What's going on, everybody? Check out this bad boy. This is the Himiway C5 Ultra. All new design from Himiway. This is their electric motorcycle design. Just got it yesterday, just put it together last night. And I'm working on putting together a full review for you. But I thought maybe I'd give you a first look, first impression, in case you were waiting for some information to come out on the C5. So let's check it out. All right, let's take a quick look at this C5 from Himiway. I would say that the frame does in fact look like a motorcycle style frame. Thing looks almost like a little dirt bike, especially with the seat. I mean, that's straight up like a dirt bike seat on there. Surprisingly soft though. I didn't think it would be that soft. You got plastics all around the back end here. Taillight hiding underneath there. There is this metal loop right here that's part of the frame, so it's easy to grab a hold of the back end and lift it up if you need to. Built-in cup holder. Came with the Himiway tumbler as well. I've never had a bike. Out of all the bikes I've had a lot. Never once had a built-in cup holder, so that's pretty unique. It's sitting on 20x4 fat tires, and the front wheel goes on with a through axle. Very robust the way that that bolts in there. I like that a lot. That's really motorcycle style. You got lower fork guards that are kind of a fake carbon fiber look. There's some carbon fiber stuff all over the bike, which kind of dresses it up a bit. This is the white, also comes in I think gray and maybe even like a camo. It's a dual suspension bike, so you've got inverted front forks, you got a rebound adjustment on the bottom underneath there, and then a preload adjustment on the top. Double crown fork, makes it look kind of motorcyclish as well. Himiway headlight, hydraulic brakes, 7-speed. It's got the trigger shifters right here, left hand thumb throttle, Himiway's upgraded display. What else? We got a 750 watt rear hub motor, battery packs hanging here underneath the frame, 48 volt 20 amp hour. I believe it's a pretty big battery pack. And the rear suspension hides under here. It's an adjustable air shock, so you can really dial this thing in. But I think it's a pretty cool little design. I'm digging it, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did they go the right direction with this bike, or is something missing still? I can see a ton of Himiway logos in this bike too. You can see them in the headlight. You can see them. There's a LED strip that goes down the battery here. It's kind of got the logo. I saw the logo is in the tail light hiding in there. And even the tires, these are custom designed tires by Kenda for Himiway, and you can kind of see their logo right there in the tread pattern. It's a really cool tread pattern. I like that tread pattern a lot. Let me see if I can come up here and show you the display screen. This is Himiway's upgraded display. It is huge. It is a big display. Black and white, not a color display, but very, very readable. You got round rubber grips, Tektro hydraulic brakes, a thumb throttle on your left hand. Thumb throttle takes you to 20 miles an hour. If you want to go 28, you got to come in here and up the speed in the settings, and then you got to pedal to get to 28 miles an hour. So class 2 or class 3 is how you can set this up. I'm kind of anxious to get started on testing the power and seeing what that's like. Now, I've only ridden about 2 miles, but so far I can say it feels pretty nimble, probably due to the BMX style bars up front. Gives you good control of the front end, feels very controllable. It's a smaller bike for me. I'm 6 feet tall, so I probably look rather large on this bike. Minimum seat height I think is about 33 inches. And surprisingly, this thing only weighs 80 pounds with the battery installed. I was surprised to see that on my scale. Normally these moped motorcycle style bikes, they're usually crazy heavy. I've got a couple that are almost 120 pounds. This one's only 80 pounds. So that could be partly why it feels so controllable. It is pretty lightweight. So there's some real quick information for you. Let me know what questions you got about this C5, and I'll make sure I address those in the full review video. But let's go take this thing for a quick spin. All right, let's test out our suspension here through this field a little bit. I had to adjust that on setup. It was set up really stiff. I let some air out of the rear shock to make it a little bit softer. It feels like it still needs to be a little softer, but that's the good part of having adjustable air shocks, is you can dial it into your weight, and then the front one's just this dial on the top for compression. So you can really get it set up where you need it. I'm gonna have to soften it a little bit more, I think. What else? Power, it feels pretty good off the line. It's not super delayed. I had a couple other Himiways that the throttle felt a little delayed. This one's pretty good. It kicks in quick, takes off nicely. It does have a torque sensor as well. It's not a cadence sensor, it is torque. And I'm gonna tell us this one. Let's bump it up to 5. I'm gonna go full blast. There we go. Lots of power. You have a power meter on the display screen. What else? Pedaling is not the easiest for me at 6 feet tall, but these bikes aren't really meant to pedal all that much. I think the pedals are kind of there for emergency use, or you know, maybe to keep this bike legal on the streets. but pedaling's a little bit cramped for a tall guy. Let's pop out here. I'll run it up to 20 miles an hour real quick. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. So pretty good pop off the line. I like that. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 right there. All right, here is another look at the acceleration. 3, 2, 1, go. Decent pull off the line. That's good. People that are going to buy a bike like this are going to want, you know, a decent acceleration from a stop, and it's got that. Brake wise, smooth, stop, quiet. I like it. The cows didn't even hear me. You guys didn't even hear that, did you? All right, all these cows are very curious as to what's going on. They came over to the fence to investigate. But there you go. First look at the Himiway C5. Full review coming soon. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Check back for that review. Talk to you all again soon. Thanks for watching. One last thing. Let's check the top speed with the throttle only now that I've de-restricted this bike in the settings. So let's see how fast we can go. Okay, there's 20. This is pretty level ground. 25, 26, 27, 26, 27, throttle only. That's not bad.